Hi guys, my name is Krystalle Bianca and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the topic of self-doubt and writing. If you're new to my channel and you like my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Self-doubt is a huge problem in writers. I can't tell you how many times I've seen on writing forums and I've heard people comment about how much they doubt their own writing ability and whether they're really good enough to be a writer in the first place. And I think that self-doubt is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't end up publishing their writing. And it's really sad to see that a lot of people can't share their amazing talent and their writing with the world because of self-doubt. So in the video today, I'm going to talk a bit about why we have self-doubt and maybe some of the strategies that you can use to help with your self-doubt as a writer. So I'm currently in the process of writing my first book, and I know full well how hard it is to deal with self-doubt and how paralyzing it can be sometimes. I know that at times I was even considering not publishing my book because of self-doubt, but it's about recognizing when it's there and then dealing with it when it arises. I think the reason that many people have self-doubt is because they use upward comparison. So this is when a lot of people compare themselves to other writers who are already published and who are amazing and have a really lovely gift, and they think that they're not as good as these writers, so then they just stop themselves in their tracks. I think it's so common to compare yourself to other people. We live in a society where it happens all the time, so it's really important to recognize when you're doing that. It can be really detrimental because if you keep on comparing yourself to other people, your self-esteem is going to go down the drain and you're never going to be able to have the confidence to write and publish that book that you really want to. So my advice is to stop comparing yourself to other people. It's one of the worst things that you can do. Instead of comparing yourselves to them, why don't you try and use them as a source of inspiration? Maybe you can use them as sort of an influence in your own writing. You don't have to be them. You're your own person. You have your own unique talent, your own unique writing style. You're not ever gonna be them. So I think it's really detrimental to a lot of people's writing when they try and copy and mimic another person's writing style. I think it's really important to recognize that no one else can write like you. You're always gonna be your own person. You're always gonna be different to other writers. There might be similarities between you and other writing styles, and that's completely okay, but it's important to just be your own person when writing, because you're going to do your best work when you put your own thoughts, your own feelings into your own writing. That comes to my next point. You need to trust your own writing style. You know, you may not have that really perfect, really complex language like another writer, but that's completely okay. That doesn't mean that they're a better writer than you. That just means that they're different. So I think you just need to use whatever skills that you have and just write to the best of your ability. I think that self-doubt even stops people from starting to write. So there are a lot of people out there who probably do want to write a book, who want to write poetry, who want to write some really beautiful work, but they never start in the first place because they just stop themselves in their tracks. And if you never start, how do you know whether you're ever going to be good at writing, whether you're ever going to be successful at writing? How do you know when you don't even give yourself the chance? You stop yourself in your tracks. That's one of the worst things that you can do. I bet great authors like Charles Dickens and Jane Austen, they weren't perfect when they first started writing, but they practiced. They made sure that they perfected their craft, and then they became really successful. So I think it's really important to give yourself a chance. Even if you start writing and you feel like it's no good, that's completely okay. Just keep at it, keep working at it. And then you might find that one day you look at your writing and you're like, oh my God, this is good. Like, you start to really appreciate your own writing style, and you really start believing in yourself. I think it's so easy to fall into the trap of self-doubt as a writer. It happens all the time, but I think it's just really important that when you realize that you're doing it, just to stop yourself in your tracks, start to question your thoughts, and then just really give yourself a chance. You don't know if you don't try it, and I think you really owe it to yourself just to give it a go. I believe in you, and it's up to you to start believing in yourself as well. If any of you guys have had any experiences with self-doubt, leave them in the comments down below. I'd really like to hear your stories, and if you're interested in more writing related videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.